Alright, today we're setting out to build a summoning 3 squad. Now I think I've done a few of these in the past, probably something to do with the 4 squad pets like Macaque, what's the other one, Robin. I might have tried to do a 2 squad with Robin and Macaque in the past and I never actually got the video done on that one. I don't remember. But in any case, what I want to do in this one is have a 3 squad with II as the main summoning engine in the backline. So II is kind of strange in that it won't summon anything until well into the battle. So it does kind of mean that we're susceptible to disruption because we'll have 3 units, and which means there are only 3 targets for opposing starter battle ailments and snipes. But I want to try and time it so that the summons come out from the II at a specific point and try and maximize the size of the summoned lemurs. So I think it is after 7 attacks, or maybe it's 8 attacks. I forget. It has been changed, I think. So at one stage it would have been fewer, and it maybe got moved up to 8. I don't remember. Either way, we want almost exactly the right number of attacks to go off for the II to summon the lemurs without anything getting flung, and then the other summon support pet that we're going to take to buff those lemurs. So ideally I just want to see lemurs on the board with very large stats compared to what you would normally get. I think the base stats from the lemur summons is something like I think it's 3, 6, 9 depending on level. So they're obviously not very big, but then the II does buff everything as well, so you get a stat boost on top of that. Now here I take the platypus. I actually do want slug. We know that we're going to play a 3 squad, so the actual summoning pet that's going to be at the front needs to produce as many summons as possible, and I think the way we're going to achieve that is just having slug with popcorn or mushroom maybe. It could be one or the other. I think there's a pretty good chance it ends up being popcorn in this one, just because it's a bit more interesting. But for now, yeah, we don't have anything on the team yet, obviously. But I would like to get Tamarin up to a higher level before we sell it. We're also keeping the the chinchilla here for a long time, and that's because we're trying to get it to level 3 so that we can sell it for Jersey Devil. Now that is also why we passed up the slug in order to take the platypus. We don't need platypus in this example because there's going to be more than 5 level 3 cells. It's kind of funny that Jersey Devil actually shows you how many cells there are, even though you've gone over the limit. I suppose that is a legacy of the fact that there didn't used to be a limit. Okay, here we go. We get jevil and II in the same turn. Now, yeah, I could actually sell the platypus here before we even get to the point where it would be level 3, and then just go for the levels on the other pets. But maybe I am going to greed for the level 3 platypus. Seems like something I would do. Yeah, definitely make sure that II is protected. We can't really afford to lose any units at all in this team. I think the Tamarin is probably at give up stage as well here because it's not going to be worth the effort getting it to level 3 now, especially since we had the cell of the chinchilla, level 3 chinchilla. Okay, we get the level 2, that's fortunate. And I think I'm just going to sell it onto the jevil. Jevil starting stats are absolutely horrible. But it's about to get a massive upgrade here as we sell the platypus. So now the jevil is maxed out. Although it's still only level 1, so it's not going to give massive buffs initially. But we can now bring in the slug, so we have some kind of summon team going. And yeah, of course the stats are temporary for Jersey Devil now, so the slug looks quite big now, but next turn it's not going to be very big at all. Yeah, looks like I was thinking about Panther there. I could have also played like Panther with Popcorn. But yeah, for now we're not going to run the 3 squad, I don't think. I think it will be once we get the Jersey Devil up to a higher level. We can afford to do that. Here's someone with multiple chimeras. Don't see that very often. I guess they were probably going to combine them ultimately, but still nice to see. And here you go. You can see what happens. Once the Jersey Devil gets to the front and attacks, the II triggers, summons the lemurs, and then the Jersey Devil buffs them as well. So the goal now is just to have the higher level on both the Jersey Devil and the II. The slug level doesn't really matter too much, although I guess we probably will get to a stage where we don't have much else to do other than buy food and levels. Yeah, I was about to sell. Am I going to just start playing the 3 squad now? Maybe not. Yeah, I made a mistake there though, because the slug with popcorn is going to waste a summon. Actually, here's someone playing a team very similar to the one that was in a video not long ago, with the trees and the real Velociraptor. I'll link that in the description. But yeah, that works out perfectly there. The problem is the II just doesn't have the stats to hang on for the win. We really need higher level Jersey Devil to boost up the lemurs when they get summoned. But yeah, struggling to find any chocolate. Okay, here's one finally. Now we do get Bonobo as well. So I could throw a heart here. Okay, it looks like I'm not willing to do that. There definitely were some games of this where I aggressively threw in order to try and get everything set up. But then look at this, we're rewarded with an incredible shop of double Jersey Devil and II, and then we also get another Jersey Devil on the level up. So now it looks like I'm willing to go for it with the 3 squad. Sometimes with these types of challenges, or self-imposed challenges, you can go way too early. You go for the 3 squad like here. On turn 12 we get demolished. Probably was a little bit early to fully commit. And maybe at this point, do I keep the Jersey Devils separate? I could keep them separate and go for a 4 squad until I'm more comfortable with the stats. But yeah, maybe that's what's going to happen on this next turn. Or am I going to combine them? No. Okay, that's a little bit disappointing, but I guess that's just the result of the previous turn. And this is a really strange round where they've got the door head ant at the front. So definitely throwing. Probably trying to get the achievements for the 2 Nordic goats. But it is funny seeing the summons from the II becoming, like 25 units. Definitely give the stats to the II ahead of the slug. We're just going to keep the slug. Minimal investment. Unfortunately, here they've got the perk and the baguette that removes the popcorn, so we lose out on a lot of summons there. But I think we're still going to get it to work. Because yeah, even though the Jersey Devil is the last attack and it gets knocked out, it still buffs the summons from the grave, which is really useful. I guess this team would be significantly worse if that didn't work. And then I think, yeah, we should just sell the crow. Or okay, maybe we'll take the Oblinaut. Probably not worth spending it on the slug there, but hey-ho. Now here's a team with Armadillo, which has given us a bunch of extra HP. Probably not going to help us too much, but the summons from the II are not affected. And yeah, it is a win. Kind of strange there with the elephant in the back line. So 9 trophies turn 16. We've almost got the level 3 II, and there we go. Now this is the last chance we get to cycle with the Jersey Devil. On the II, I guess that is one of the downsides of going for the level 3 slug earlier, so that's why it's still level 1. It means we've got plenty of opportunity to find slugs in the shop and then get the temporary stats per turn. And here's a fun tardigrade team. I've done one like this before as well. The Jersey Devil this time unfortunately gets sniped before the II summons anything, so we're definitely going to get destroyed here. Yeah, pretty hard countered there. Okay, here we go. Slug now becomes a 25-23. So yeah, pretty good case for not buying any chocolate on the slug, I would say. Although I guess at this point at turn 17, we're not going to get, 5 turns worth of temporary stats. And then here's 50-50 Falcon. Summoning the slug is not going to do them much good. But it definitely means that we end up getting all of the attacks. In fact, I think we're going to end up getting 2 reps here because the Hydra then also summons some stuff, and we end up with 2 36-36 lemurs and a 27-27. So yeah, pretty fun 3 squad, not the most complicated build, but I do like the idea of timing those summons to get the buffs from the Jersey Devil.